the bus came and I said, thank you, can I give you some money? He said, no, 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 because I just stabbed somebody a couple weeks ago, so just keep going. I'm serious. And I never saw him again, and I truly think that was an angel that was sitting right there next to me, protecting me. Like, to this day, I always remember that, because I always went by and I never saw that. I always saw the same homeless people. Right. Never saw that man again. And I was just like, wow, the angels do come at different times, I believe.
Maybe somebody stabbed him.
You never know. Now listen, let me tell you something. I want to see what you think, or maybe you can check it out. There's a video that's all over YouTube that claims that they have actually captured footage of an actual ghost. So before we go to break, I want you guys to look carefully, okay? I want you to really concentrate on looking at it and see if you can see the ghost. Let's check it out. Everybody. James Van Praagh.
I'm just getting over the heart attack you gave me. James Van Praagh, who is our next guest, is a popular medium who says that he does communicate with people on the other side. And he gives you a guided tour of the spirit world in a book he's written called Ghosts Among Us. He'll do a reading later. Right now, we're going to try to read him. Please welcome James Van Praagh. Do you see any dead people around the five of us here? Anybody?
We'll talk later.
We'll talk later?
We'll talk later.
Okay. I think perhaps you know that I'm a bit skeptical.
Good.
Okay.
I like that.
Now, you know, throughout the beginning of religion, I mean, going back to Egyptians and prehistoric, very few people want to feel that life is just here. Everybody wants to believe in an afterlife. So far, it's been a matter of faith for most people. Not for you. You really do believe that there are, you know, people that you can talk to. How come you and not the heads of almost every major religion who, you know, believe in faith?
Well, I think everybody has the ability that everybody's intuitive, if you will. Everybody's born with a sixth sense. And just like there are certain people who are great singers, everybody has the ability to sing, but they're only great singers. Or everybody has the ability to play the piano, but not everybody's a great pianist, a concert pianist.
But you do see dead people.
But I see dead people, and ever since I was a little boy, I was able to see that, so that's something I can't deny.
Do you believe in heaven and hell?
Oh, sorry, you're worse than the dead people.
We're in stereo.
Oh, just wait.
Maybe we're not. Do you believe in heaven and hell?
I do believe in heaven and hell, but not the religious point of view. I believe that what you create your heaven based upon your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. As you treat people here, you will find an afterlife which you've created based upon that. And if you're bad to people and greedy and mean to people, you'll reach that too. You have a life review, and you see your entire life flash before you, and you have to live the consequences of the life you lived.
So where do you think Hitler is now?
Hitler's probably at a very low level. I'm not sure if he's even conscious. I mean, and you have to remember...
Is he suffering? We just want to know that.
I don't know that, but I'll tell you
Never talked to him.
We're in a three-dimensional world, but there's more dimensions than just this three-dimensional world. And it's silly to think that this is just it. There's got to be more to it.
Have you ever tried to talk to, like, people like Hitler or people, you know, or Jesus?
No.
Saddam Hussein?
No, everyday people.
You don't choose who you talk to, right? They come
That's
to,
correct.
in your book, Ghosts Among Us, you talk about how they come to you,
That's
right?
correct.
So,
I can't just push a button and they show up. Like, this lady's always asking me, who's behind me? Well, if they're not there, I can't make someone up.
so what is a
How you
ghost
know?
exactly? Is it the idea of someone? Is it like a...
Good question. We are spirit first, and we are spirit first and foremost. So we're a spirit having a physical experience, not the other way around. So you're going to start changing the way you look at things.
But
We're a spirit having a physical
do people go in their actual bodies when they
Your spirit body
pass
is
on?
this is encasement.
A real body that's up
That's
there?
correct.
Or down?
That's correct. You have an encasement.
You inhabit your own body. At what age is your body?
Whatever age you'd like it to be.
Oh, so
Usually
if
the prime
it's
of your life.
He says, I looked really good.
Is it possible for people to develop this ability?
Yes, very much so, yes. And I teach people to do that. I'm doing a seminar next week in New York about that. I teach people how to, because I had to develop, for 7 years I sat in a development circle every Tuesday night to develop this ability. And you have to develop. Everybody has intuition. Some people more developed than others, but it certainly can be developed.
I understand that you were in touch with Heath Ledger. Are you upset that they called the Olsen twins instead of you when he died?
No.
So
Yes.
Heath Ledger, did you speak to
Heath
him?
Ledger showed up. He showed up when I was actually shaving. This is so weird. It was 2 weeks after he died. I was shaving, and all of a sudden I see his face behind me, in the mirror behind me. And I said, who the heck is that? Because no spirit usually comes to my house like that. And it was him. And he said, I screwed up. He didn't use the word screwed. And then the thought he gave me was about his daughter. And then he was gone.
Why
and
did
that
he
was
come
it.
to you?
Because he knew me. He knew me. Not personally. He knew people that knew me, friends.
How do you decipher when it's that, when you think it's like the actual person's spirit and something that's just been on your mind?
What's your own stuff? Through years of development. So you learn how to decipher the spirit energy and your own energy. And that's the hardest part of mediumship, is deciphering what comes through your own head, and that's what's outside of being objective.
Let me ask,
I'm sorry, Don, go ahead.
because I know a lot of people have a little bit of trouble with this. So, are you a religious man?
Yes, I'm religious. My religion is love. And I think that all religions are bits of the truth, that any one religion has all the truth. I think God is much bigger than we make God out to be. God is not a person to me. God is an energy, a pure, loving energy. And I do believe in angels. I do believe in all of that. Higher, spiritually evolved people.
You are able to see dead people. Do you also, as a medium, are you able to forecast the future? I mean, are you able to, give people...
Yeah. Well, if the spirit wants to tell me things about the future, then I'm able
not
to...
just, I mean, are you able to tell people's fortunes and things, or is it only dead?
I specialize in dead, but with that, every medium is a psychic. Not every psychic is a medium. So I have to have a certain amount of intuition, a foundation, if you will, of intuition beforehand. So with that comes knowing things before they exist.
I understand you'd like to talk to Britney Spears. I read that. Now, she's alive. Why do you
I don't really want to talk to her, but I saw a ghost attached to her. Now, what are ghosts? Ghosts are those people who have not passed into the light. Those who have not passed in there for whatever reason it might be. Maybe they're fearful what they're going to find in that light. Maybe they're
into the light.
Well,
In,
like everybody has a
heaven?
light when they die, and there's a tunnel or a light. You've heard of that.
Yeah.
Well, you
A
have
lot
to.
of psychologists talk about this, what happens with the brain at a certain point.
Yes, and Raymond Moody did many studies of near-death experiences, and people have had it. Actually, 2 years ago, I had a near-death experience, so I experienced that whole situation. I wrote about it in the book.
You were going into
It wasn't
the
a
light?
light for me, but there was definitely a tunnel sensation. And that's
Maybe you were just in New Jersey.
Could be. Or Atlanta, yes, or Las Vegas, I don't know.
James Van
But that's one thing I should say to you is, you work on television, right? And you're sending out visuals here, you're sending out particles that no one can see in the air, but yet they receive these images in their television sets. So why is that?
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's at a different frequency, right? That's really what it is.
So you see
you
a
have
ghost around Britney Spears.